The mastermind behind the murder of two high school students will serve 2 life sentences with no chance of parole. WJZ is live in Montgomery County. Kimberly Eaton with what happened in court today. Kimberly?
Well, Mary, before the judge sentenced him to those 2 life sentences with no chance of parole, the parents of his victims spoke in court. They cried, they screamed, they talked about how their sons were both only children, how they dreamed of going to college and dreamed of having families of their own. Instead, their parents said on the day that they were supposed to graduate high school, they were forced to identify their sons' bodies. Now, their convicted killer, he also spoke to the judge, pleading his innocence, but ultimately inside a Montgomery County courtroom, the judge sentenced Jose Canales Yanez to 2 life sentences with no chance of parole. He is the mastermind, the ringleader of 2 gruesome murders, and he's one of 3 men charged with unloading 30 bullets into a Honda Civic back in June of 2017, an attack on 2 teenagers who were inside the car. Shadi Najjar and Artem Zimbarov would have graduated from Northview High School the next day. Instead, they died still seatbelted into the car on a Gaithersburg road where they thought they were meeting someone to sell tickets to their graduation ceremony. In reality, that was all a setup for Canales Yanez to carry out a revenge killing that had been planned for 6 months, gunning down Najjar for reportedly robbing his now wife back in December of 2016. And court arguments say the passenger, Zimbarov, was an eyewitness who became the 2nd victim. Today, after the hearing, State's Attorney John McCarthy spoke on behalf of his father.
I stand next to a retired Navy veteran, and he has his retired Navy pin on that he wore today that we spoke about before we came down here today. And he spoke about the service he gave to his country before we came down here today, and he hoped that his country would serve him well in today's sentencing, and we spoke about that. I was very struck by that comment earlier today.
And the parents didn't want to speak on camera. They did say briefly that they are satisfied with the sentencing. Now, the convicted killer, he had been convicted on 8 different crimes, and the judge handed down the maximum sentence for each of those. Reporting live tonight in Montgomery County, I'm Kimberly Eaton for WJZ.
Kimberly, thank you.